And I can't believe that this has happened, and I'm so sorry that they have lost their lives.
How are you,
I just can't believe it. Just can't believe it.
Welcome to True Crime US, the go-to source for the latest updates on high-profile criminal cases. Today, we delve into the gripping tale of Erin Patterson, a 48-year-old single mother whose actions led to the tragic demise of 3 members of her own family. In a bewildering turn of events, Erin orchestrated a family gathering, seemingly with the intention of rekindling her previous relationship with her ex-husband. The gathering took the form of a shared lunch at her residence, yet what transpired after the meal sent shockwaves through the community. Soon after the family had partaken in the meal, a sudden wave of unconsciousness swept over them, and they were swiftly rushed to a nearby hospital. Tragically, their lives could not be saved, and they were pronounced dead the following day. The heart-wrenching question that now haunts everyone is whether this was a calculated act of premeditated murder or a harrowing accident born from a series of unfortunate circumstances. Stay informed by subscribing and activating the notification bell icon to ensure you receive the latest updates in this intriguing case, as well as other compelling stories of crime and the pursuit of justice. This case takes place in Leongatha, Victoria, Australia, which is about 2 hours southeast of Melbourne. It is a small farming community, home to about 5,800 people. Every September, the town hosts a daffodil festival. In the summer of 2023, an army of reporters descended on the town, not because of a celebration involving daffodils, but rather due to a tragedy involving mushrooms. This brings me to Erin Patterson. At the age of 48, Erin Patterson resides in a modest house in Leongatha, while also being the proud owner of an impressive townhouse located to the east of Melbourne. With a value exceeding $1 million, this property was inherited by Erin following the untimely passing of her parents in 2019. Once married to Simon Patterson, Erin and him shared a profound bond that blessed them with 2 children, a son and a daughter. Despite their marital union eventually dissolving, the former couple persevered in maintaining a cordial connection for the sake of their beloved offspring. On a fateful Saturday, July 29, 2023, a small gathering was scheduled to take place at the residence of Erin Patterson. The guest list for this momentous lunch included 7 individuals, excluding Erin herself. Among the attendees were Erin's estranged husband, Simon, their cherished children, and a select group of individuals who held the key to Erin's hopes for reconciliation. The primary objective of this gathering was for Erin to present her case, compelling Simon to reconsider their fractured relationship. Eager to rekindle the love they once shared, Erin sought to sway the opinion of Simon's parents, Gail and Don, both venerable figures at 70 years of age. In a bid to sway the scales in her favor, Erin invited Gail's sister, Heather Wilkinson, age 66, and her husband, Ian Wilkinson, a respected local pastor, to act as mediators in this delicate affair. While the presence of Ian Wilkinson seemed appropriate given his role as a peacemaker, the motive behind Heather's attendance remains elusive, perhaps a testament to her commitment to supporting her spouse. Simon's parents had always expressed concerns about Erin Patterson's suitability as a partner for their cherished son. Their reservations cast a shadow over the prospect of a harmonious gathering, and Simon's last-minute decision to skip the lunch dealt a devastating blow to Erin's hopes. Compounding the situation, the couple's 2 children, influenced by their father's absence, adamantly refused to partake in the lunch, opting instead to enjoy fast food at a nearby movie theater. The unexpected absence of family members left Erin to navigate the emotional labyrinth alone, accompanied solely by Gail, Don, Heather, and Ian Wilkinson. As the meal commenced, Erin endeavored to create an atmosphere of conviviality, presenting a tantalizing dish of beef Wellington adorned with a delectable mushroom sauce. In a gesture of generosity, she laid out 5 plates, allowing the esteemed guests to select their preferred servings. Amidst the exchange of pleasantries and the clinking of cutlery, Erin herself partook in the culinary delight, consuming the final portion of the meticulously prepared beef Wellington. Little did they know that the consequences of this seemingly ordinary lunch would unfold in the hours that followed. As midnight approached, Gail, Don, Heather, and Ian began experiencing a distressing array of symptoms, ranging from bouts of nausea to debilitating stomach cramps. With each passing moment, their conditions deteriorated, prompting their admittance to a local hospital the following day. The narrative took an unexpected twist, as Erin, too, succumbed to the same affliction, beset by excruciating stomach pains and an onslaught of diarrhea. Urgently hospitalized, she received intensive care, including intravenous fluids and a specialized medication aimed at safeguarding her liver. After a brief stay in the Leongatha Hospital, Erin was then transferred via ambulance to a medical facility in Melbourne, where her treatment continued under close supervision. After 2 days, she was sent home for treatment. The remnants of the ill-fated lunch were promptly preserved and handed over to hospital toxicologists for thorough examination. This step was taken following Erin's contact with Department of Health officials, who became involved as the conditions of her guests continued to deteriorate during their hospital stay. Initially, physicians suspected a case of food poisoning or a similar ailment that would not typically result in fatalities. However, they soon realized the gravity of the situation, prompting the transfer of all 4 patients to a medical facility located northeast of Melbourne. Tragically, on August 4th, 2023, Gail Patterson and Heather Wilkinson succumbed to their ailments within the confines of the hospital. The following day brought another devastating blow as Don Patterson too lost his battle for life. The loss of both Simon's parents, alongside Gail's sister Heather, has cast a somber veil over the community, leaving loved ones and acquaintances grappling with the weight of their untimely demise. At the time of making this video, Ian Wilkinson, who was at the lunch to mediate, is in critical condition. The authorities wasted no time in launching a comprehensive investigation into the distressing turn of events. Preliminary findings suggest that the symptoms exhibited by the victims align with the consumption of a highly toxic mushroom known as the death cap. The death cap mushroom ranks among the most poisonous fungi worldwide, claiming the lives of 10 to 30% of those unfortunate enough to ingest them. Shockingly, these deadly mushrooms are responsible for a staggering 90% of fatal mushroom poisonings globally. Despite their lethal nature, death cap mushrooms possess an alluring appearance and a deceptively pleasant taste, often resembling edible counterparts. It is crucial to note that their toxicity remains intact even after cooking. In a revelation that has raised eyebrows, Erin, when questioned by the police, claimed that the ill-fated mushrooms were a combination of button mushrooms purchased from a local supermarket and dried mushrooms obtained from an Asian supermarket in Melbourne several months prior. However, skepticism lingers regarding this assertion. After all, it is widely known that supermarkets diligently label their mushroom selections, clearly distinguishing between those that are safe for consumption and those that pose a potential risk. On August 7th, authorities have declared Erin Patterson, a central figure in the ill-fated lunch gathering, as a person of interest. Homicide Squad Detective Inspector Dean Thomas confirmed this status, citing Patterson's involvement in the preparation of the meals as a key factor. While Patterson remains under scrutiny, the investigation is exploring multiple avenues, including the possibility of accidental poisoning without the involvement of a third party, as well as the potential presence of nefarious activities.
And she is because she cooked those meals for us, for those people that were present. Now again, she hasn't presented with any symptoms, but we have to keep an open mind in relation to this. That it could be very innocent, but again, we just don't know at this point. It's a complex investigation, it really is, because there's a lot of medical, we need to rely on medical experts, work closely with Department of Health, and we've obviously got to try and track down the source of whatever it was that was eaten. We presume at this stage it's mushrooms. But it's a complex investigation that I think will take some time.
That same day, Erin spoke to the media, sharing her emotional turmoil. Patterson expressed deep sorrow over the loss of her loved ones, highlighting her strong bond with Gail and the profound impact Ian and Heather had on her life. Amidst her distress, she vehemently denied any ill intentions, stating,
Take your time.
Gail was the mum that I didn't have because my mum passed away 4 years ago. And Gail's never been anything but good and kind to me. And Ian and Heather were some of the best people I've ever met. They never did anything wrong to me, and I'm so devastated about what's happened.
Can you tell us
and the loss to the community and to the families and to my own children who've lost their grandmother.
Patterson's heartfelt words painted a picture of a person devastated by the thought that the mushrooms could have played a role in the illness that befell her cherished family members.
Yes, I say I didn't do anything. I love them. And I'm devastated that they're gone. And I hope with every fibre of my being that Don pulls through.
Addressing her silence during the initial police interview, Patterson expressed regret, acknowledging that she had followed advice to remain tight-lipped. She confessed to now realizing the gravity of her decision, stating, "I now very much regret not answering some questions following this advice, given the nightmare that this process has become." The interview itself, she revealed, had been a source of immense fear and anxiety, adding another layer of anguish to an already distressing situation. Patterson also addressed reports regarding the discovery of a food dehydrator, which was seized by the police from a landfill. She confirmed that the device indeed belonged to her, admitting to lying about disposing of it a long time ago. The revelation unfolded during a conversation at the hospital with her children, where her ex-husband, who tragically lost his parents after consuming the Wellington dish, confronted her asking, "Is that what you used to poison them?" Patterson, gripped by panic and fearing the potential loss of custody, made the hasty decision to discard the dehydrator. In a startling turn of events, new information has emerged surrounding Erin Patterson, shedding light on her estranged husband's harrowing experience and her own peculiar conduct. Erin's estranged husband, Simon Patterson, reported a distressing incident that took place in May 2022 when he suddenly collapsed at his residence due to a mysterious illness. Simon's condition deteriorated rapidly, leading to a grueling 21-day hospitalization in intensive care, during which he underwent 3 emergency surgeries. At times, his life hung in the balance as medical professionals feared the worst. Astonishingly, the exact cause of his illness remains unknown, leaving a lingering air of uncertainty. Simon noted that his episodes of feeling unwell often coincided with periods spent with Erin, further deepening the mystery. The couple's relationship has since dissolved, with Simon expressing no intention of reconciliation, driven by a desire to prioritize his own well-being. The local community, grappling with shock and disbelief, struggled to reconcile the news of the poisonings. Descriptions of Erin, a stay-at-home mother, painted her as a reserved individual who preferred to keep to herself, maintaining a limited presence within the community. Other parents noted her tendency to avoid engaging in school-related conversations or interacting with fellow parents during pickup times. An acquaintance of Erin shared, "I've never spoken to anyone who didn't like her. She was just really reserved. She just didn't go out of her way to talk to anyone or socialize with anyone or interact with anyone. She was just a very private person that kept to herself." In a peculiar sequence of events, on August 10th, Erin was observed leaving her residence with a sizable suitcase, informing reporters that she was en route to a meeting with her legal counsel. Adding to the intrigue, lawyers from her law firm were witnessed at her home at 5 p.m. that same day, delivering a letter intended for her. Evidently, reaching Erin has proven challenging, with her electronic devices seized by the authorities. On August 11th, she was spotted withdrawing money from an ATM, leaving observers curious about her intentions and next steps. As the situation continues to unfold, it is likely that further updates will emerge, providing additional insight into this perplexing case. Stay safe, and thank you for your viewership.